I'd like to just start off. Obviously, I know we're going to talk about the game, and I was really proud of our team and our performance tonight, going home for Christmas or not going home for Christmas and handling COVID and the end of a semester. I thought our coaching staff, our managers, guys that didn't play in the game, guys that didn't start in the game, and really our starters, we were really fully engaged and really attentive to detail and ready to play this game. If we don't win the game, I have no problem with our team's effort and approach. And, I'm really proud of our group doing what we did and playing and beating a very, very good Colorado team, an experienced group there. The other thing is just me starting out, I just wanted to welcome Jed Fish to Tucson and, his family. And I know he's hard at it, hiring a coaching staff. Really look forward to meeting him, thrilled that he's here and, anxious to help him in any way that we can or I can as a program, get Arizona football up and running. I'm excited about him being our coach. So just wanted to start off by welcoming him and his family to Tucson. I remember that same flight 12 years ago, and I know there's a lot going on, but we wish him well and wish him a happy new year.
Coach, when you look at the entire 40 minutes of that game, is it safe to say that was probably the best game you guys have played this year?
I think so, Justin. We certainly had an energy about us on offense. We executed, we made shots. That's always a part of it. But, when you play a game in the Pac-12 with 8 turnovers, I think any coach in our conference would take that. That's a great stat. We also got to the foul line 27 times, and, we converted 20 of the 27. Having said that, the percentages were also good. We won tonight because of our offense. We were clicking, we were efficient, and we got contributions from a lot of players. I would like to credit Terrell Brown, 7 assists and no turnovers. I would say on the season right now, he's like 30 assists to 3 turnovers, which is amazing. And James Akinjo with 8 assists and 2 turnovers. Jamal Baker, 3 assists, 1 turnover. You add that up, that's 18 assists and 3 turnovers between our guards. So I thought those guys were all in their own right terrific tonight.
And Jamal kind of had a similar streak to Terrell last year with, the assist to turnovers. Are you seeing any similarities with Terrell this year? And, over the last 6 games, he hasn't had a turnover. I'm just wondering what you're seeing out of him that's allowing him to take care of the ball.
Well, one of the reasons that we were so excited to add Terrell is, at Seattle, he was involved with, a statistic of more assists per field goal made, maybe almost than any player that played the game last year. I mean, Seattle is an excellent team of not turning the ball over, and he had the ball in his hands almost, a lot. So, putting him out there with James, allowing him to be in there when James is out of the game, and then, at times having Jamal, James, and him in together. You have a really agile ball handling group, and, they take care of it and they make good decisions. And I think they make their teammates better, but they also have a way of making each other better too.
Can you talk about Christian Coloco's energy today? It seemed like he came out with a lot more aggression. 4 dunks today, 10 points, 8 rebounds, It just seemed like he was playing at a different pace.
Yeah, I credit Christian. Against Montana, he didn't have a good night. We talked about it. He became frustrated in that game because, Christian is an incredibly hard worker. He's one of our best practice players. He was last year. He doesn't miss days. He doesn't take segments off. He works. And, you want your hard work to translate to games. But, as oftentimes is the case, you need game experience to really settle in and gain confidence. Confidence is big for Christian. But his mental approach, he came back, had 2 really good days of practice, maybe took a break here over the holidays that was much needed. But he had his best game of the season tonight against a very good front line.
Yeah, Sean, I mean, just kind of a big picture thought. I mean, you guys have always handled Colorado here. You had that years ago, you had that one that went into overtime, but always took care of them. They had a lot of veteran players this year. You didn't have any fans. I mean, did this game kind of worry you? And does it feel like a pretty big accomplishment because of that?
Yeah, though, this game worries me. I mean, I think in the Pac-12 right now, you should be worried about every game. We have a terrific conference, a lot of returning players from a year ago, a lot of teams that are hungry to have great Januaries and Februaries now that the holiday season is over. And Colorado is one of those teams. I believe they're a postseason team. They have a great point guard in McKinley Wright. McKinley's been a good player for Colorado from day one. He was an excellent freshman. He was an excellent sophomore and junior, and he finds himself now maybe playing his best basketball of his career as a senior. And, on their team, they really shoot the ball. They're a skilled group. They have size. They play defense. They play offense. And I think they have an excellent team. So when you beat an excellent team, you feel good about what you accomplished. Having said that, we're about ready to go on the road. This is now the second experience. Hopefully the first experience will help us. And we're going to have to be ready for Washington. I know they've had some time off. Their zone's very unique. And we have to be ready to play a great game in Seattle.
Sean, there was a lot to like about the game tonight. Everything went really well. I thought the transition defense was really good too. Something that it doesn't happen all the time, but last night or tonight was very good.
Yeah, when you play Colorado, that's a big point because they shoot the ball so well. And a lot of, great opportunities are found in transition. But really, McKinley Wright, when he's coming at you with the head of steam, when he's able to really go coast to coast and really push that ball, not a lot of good things happen for the other team. So, we tried to emphasize it like we always do. We work on it. And tonight, I'll know more when I watch the game again. But for the most part, I thought we got back to your point. But, here's the thing about transition defense. When you play good offense, you're efficient, and you have 8 turnovers, that's the number one thing that helps transition defense. When you're turning it over 13 or 14 times, you have empty possessions or you're not executing, sometimes you could be really good in transition defense, but there's no answer for 2-on-1s, 3-on-2s, broken plays. So part of why we were able to get our defense set is we were a really efficient, good offensive team tonight.
And same for the offense. I mean, transition offense, you were able to get some turnovers and then push the ball, making it nice pace.
Yep. And we made good decisions. Again, didn't really have those head scratching turnovers.
Right.
We've talked a lot about trying to cut that number down. And tonight we did that. So I'm hoping it's a sign of things to come. One thing about it, you play against different styles, play on the road, play at home. You don't want that to be coming and going. Some games you take care of it. Other games you don't. You want that to be the constant where you value the ball, you take care of the ball. And, especially with Terrell Brown and James and Jamal, those are 3 players that know how to take care of the ball. And tonight you really saw that.
James, you've played very impressive over the last couple of games. What's been just kind of your mindset after that game against Stanford?
Same. I want to come in. I want to stay aggressive, get my team off to a good start in the Pac-12. And nothing changed. My teammates keep giving me confidence. My coaches keep giving me confidence. I come out, same mindset every game.
And this question's for Terrell. Terrell, from your perspective, what do you think about James and the way he's played over the last couple of games?
We believe in James a lot. He's the engine to our team. He's the head of the snake. So, we don't really harp too much about the past games. He's always the next one. He was prepared today. He's always prepared to play. And we believe in him a lot.
And Terrell, you haven't had a turnover in the last 6 games. What's allowed you to play like this and take care of the ball?
Sometimes I pride on myself on, giving James a break, giving Jamal a break, come off the bench and, make sure everything still runs the same exact way. So that's just something I pride myself on, just not turning the ball over and getting everybody else involved.
You guys played probably your best game of the year, at least in my eyes. Do you feel the same way? And then how did this happen?
It's hard to say if we played our best game of the year. But I feel like we feel like there's a lot of things we can improve on, especially on defense. So, it's happening because we just working every day and we doing it together. Like, this is probably the closest team I've ever been on in my life. Like, we do a lot of things off the court together, so we're just going to keep getting better and keep building.
Did you guys feel energized after the quick break here? A few days off, maybe just get a little more legs under you?
Yeah, I think we was all ready to play. We took that quick break, and then we excited to get into Pac-12 play. And this is like one game at a time, but you just keep. We lost to Stanford, but we want to make sure people know that like we're someone that's looking to beat everybody that we play.
Thanks.
So last time in Pac-12 games, you had 17 turnovers against Stanford. Tonight, your first turnover came with 5 minutes and 7 seconds in the first half. You guys end the game with 8 turnovers. How much of it was an emphasis during practice in terms of ball security?
I don't think it's really like it's an emphasis for sure. That's what we pride ourselves on, not having a lot of turnovers in the game. But I think it's just like, we was on the road, first Pac-12 game, maybe, people was, had butterflies because, it's a big test for us. But I know everybody else calm down and, understand that this is basketball. This is what we've been playing, for so long that at the end of the day, everything's the same court length, same hoop, 2 hoops, 1 basketball, just something that, we was confident in ourselves.
For James, you guys are obviously facing McKinley Wright today. He's known as, a lot of people think he's the best point guard in the Pac-12. I just want to know, were you extra motivated to go up against him today?
No, I mean, I take, I play every game the same. I take, every player is not the same, but I take, I play every player like they're the best point guard in the Pac-12.
And what was it like going up against him?
Going up against who?
McKinley. Yeah.
It was like playing basketball. He's a good guard, but we feel like we got good guards too. So, you guys respect him a lot, but we believe in our guards, and it wasn't just me. Guys like Terrell Brown took a turn on him, Jamal Baker. So, give us all credit for the way we defended him. But he's a good player. They got a good team. They go win a lot of games, so that was a real big win for us.